No, seriously, who else would I care about except Baghead in this movie? Hi guys, and today I want to talk with you about the movie I really wanted to check for a long time, and it's Baghead. And it's a really good movie. Yeah, it has some jump scares, but they were kind of okayish. I only got scared maybe one time when this weird dead guy appeared, and I was like, what the heck? Oh yeah, and talking about horror, like everything was good, but I don't really get why in horrors devil or some monsters always vomit. I saw it in Devil Conspiracy and I was like, okay, fine, maybe someone will tell me in the comments why people use vomit so often in horror movies. And also there was another scene when I was like, it reminded me about that scene from Drag Me to Hell where that weird old lady was trying to kiss our main character. It was so weird and it was kind of a meme for some time. Yeah. But other than that, guys, it was a really good movie. The movie you just relax and watch and know that it's gonna be good. You're gonna enjoy it. Typical blockbuster material film. You know that you won't get some cheap ketchup blood there, etc, etc. And the story would be pretty nice and really irrelevant, but from the beginning of this movie, when I even saw the metro station, you know, subway station, whatever you call it, I thought about the moment when I was in Moscow visiting my girlfriend. I knew it was a good start. Oh my gosh, metro stations there are something. And yeah, we were joking a lot that Russian people, homophobes, also Russian people, every morning petting a cock. Okay, moving on. Look at me, someone who can't just drink water like a normal people. Well, you know, the Baghead also had some black splashes on her outfit. Let's say I'm low-key cosplaying her. Let's go with it. So let's talk about visuals. I really like them. I like the way they showed us this staircase and also the main hole in the wall. It looked really good, and the whole interrogation kind of room where they used our Baghead. And while watching I was like, damn, you watched this scene, for example, where Iris went to a room in the beginning and there was a mess there, and you sit and like, well, someone put it there and put this piece exactly here and this piece exactly there. And I think that's the thing that we kind of forget when we're watching the movies. There was a lot of effort there, and the movie looked really atmospheric. And also the door that separated Baghead, it kind of reminded me about the door in the woods of Crypt TV universe. I don't know, I just made that connection, and that was the first time I was like, I have some associations with the Crypt TV. You'll get what I'm trying to say in the next part of this video, because I decided here to talk in general about this movie. And in the next part it's gonna be interesting, because in the next part I would be 100% fangirling of a Baghead and kind of new pairing I created for myself. Why? I don't know. Who needs it? No one, but yeah! And now let's talk a little bit about the plot. The main plot is pretty simple. Iris, a girl who grew up in a group home, got a call that her father died and he left her a house with a special tenant there inside, in the basement. Typical plot of horror movies. Someone gets the house and some weird stuff is happening there. And after some time we get to know our Baghead, and Baghead is an interesting creature who can bring people back from the dead and revive them for around 2 minutes, well more, but after 2 minutes some weird stuff begins to happen. And yeah, she's a creature whose ability used a lot of people, and it was pretty sad. Also, I found out after I watched the movie that there was a short film about Baghead yeah, the only thing I could find about it that it won something like 34 awards, and you can find a trailer of it, but I couldn't find the whole short film like anywhere, and I would really like to see it because it was a little bit different but the same concept, and yeah, I would really love to watch it, especially after seeing the whole movie. And some people were saying like that was the thing that was turned out into this whole big movie now. It's always interesting to see where some people started and to see that they were here and now they're here and they made a whole movie out of these 15 minutes. That's really interesting. And now, like, big spoilers, I'm gonna talk a little bit about main characters here and my thoughts about them. So if you don't want to see any spoilers, maybe don't watch it. And I get annoyed when some people are like, why are you spoiling stuff? Because I want to talk about it, because I want to say stuff, share my opinions, and not just say something like, here's the plot, I like this movie, it was nice, it was nicely made, that's it. I want to talk with you about some stuff, like real stuff. And plot, and who is the bad guy, who is the good guy, who I liked, who I didn't like, and what's the ending was like, and why I liked it or didn't. So yeah, here we go. Like I said before, the only character I cared about in this movie was the Baghead, because she was used and there's no denying in it. And I think in the next part I would talk more about was she a bad character, a good character, and can you justify the things she did? Yeah. And I actually felt bad for her even before they told us a big story behind her character and who was she when she was alive and why she can be pretty annoyed with humans, especially guardians. Let's talk a little bit about guardian-baghead relationships. So, the guardian is someone who needs to protect our world from this baghead and who owns the baghead. Well, kind of. And who she technically cannot kill? Oh, something like that. And another character I kind of felt sorry about, except Baghead, was Katie. Yeah, she kind of also used Baghead, but at the same time she was a nice friend to Iris, our main character. Even if Iris sometimes was pretty shitty friend, she was like, I don't need you, you're a crutch, etc. You don't want me to be happy, you want me to depend on you. It was so shitty to say. But at the same time I kind of felt sorry for Katie, but the way she died, it was so dumb. She decided to go to the Baghead alone, knowing that she's not a guardian and Baghead can kill her like anytime. And also not just like going, oh, my friend is not here, bye. No, she went almost to this hole in the wall and like, what the heck? Because you saw some watches. What the heck? What the literal heck? Seriously, you just shouldn't go where you don't belong. It's like common sense, I think. But I think a lot of characters here were kind of dumb, and that's saying it lightly. The main character, Iris, she's the most annoying, entitled brat I've seen for a long time in movies. And I think it was one of the things I didn't like about Witcher series. Well, there was a lot there. That was pretty bad, but I watched only the first season. I like the dynamic between Jaskier and Geralt. I've read a lot of fics after that, ton of interesting ones, also the ones with alternative universes, they were nice. But Ciri there, she was kind of annoying, and I think with the series she became more and more annoying. And here, like, every time Iris appeared on the screen I was, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of you. I'm so fed up with you. Maybe it's because her character, she was like, you should obey me. I'm your guardian. And I was like, you sure about this? You see some weird monster, some weird creature, and the first thing you do is trying to show her who's the boss here? Seriously? Seriously? Even her father was more reasonable, and when Iris, surprise, surprise, brought him back to life, he was like, don't bring me back! It's bad! I told you before! You shouldn't use her! Preferably not at all! And just leave like that. And also the way Iris got sucked into this whole mess was her fault, because she decided, yeah, I need this place and I would sign any papers. She signed this deed and there were words like, I am gonna be a guardian of the creature. What the heck is with people who sign things without even looking through them? Like, what the heck? And you shouldn't complain after, because it was in the deed and I would burn the deed and everything would be over. No, like, you signed it. That's on you now. Oh my gosh, like these annoying characters, like, this condition wasn't even written in some fine print. It wasn't hiding anywhere. It was just there. Oh my gosh, the Sinister disappeared after. Oh, how could it be? You went to the house. You saw the weird door. And also about Neil, like some man appeared out of nowhere and asked her to see her basement. You would call the police. No, I see the money. I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be famous. And I think that's all she cared about. That was such a dumb idea, to use this unknown thing for some money. Okay, I guess everyone got what they deserved in the end. And also about Neil, when he appeared out of nowhere and she was like, yeah, that's okay in the beginning, out of nowhere, and then at the end, out of nowhere. Exactly, in the right moment. He was just in the neighborhood, you know, just in the neighborhood. Then he gave her some unknown pills and she was like, yeah, that's nice. Why some people are so dumb? And the whole thing, oh yeah, the man appeared, Neil, and he wants to see woman in the basement and he gave me a lot of money for it. Only for me? It sounded really suspicious. I would be like, out of that place, like, no, I'm not gonna stay there. Some weird man came to my house and said, here, $4,000 to see some weird woman who's in my basement. No, I would be out of there. I would be maybe going to the police about this Neil weird guy. And now let's talk about Neil. He was okay. We kind of knew he wasn't really squeaky clean guy. He was nice. He wasn't annoying. He was a creep. And a bad guy, but it was okay, and yeah, he also got what he deserved. So yeah, the movie was quite enjoyable for me and I liked it a lot. Maybe the only problem I had with this movie, where they began to see some ghosts, etc., and what is reality anymore and what is just imagination, because even without visions of Iris, I think Baghead already got into her head. And I knew from the beginning that sooner or later Iris would summon either her dad or her mother and speak with them. Baghead was like, we're both prisoners here. I just thought that maybe Iris would be like, either I need to free her or I need to speak more with my father, mother, and then Baghead would get into her head. So yeah, I think even without this whole thing, Iris would sooner or later be trapped in the corner with his Baghead, and yeah, Baghead would be the one who would get out of this situation as a winner, and she kind of did. And I really liked the ending, and I think that Baghead deserved it after all the stuff that people did to her and how they tortured her, because I don't think that it was quite enjoyable for her, this whole experience, and that she should just live in the dark and only get out of her hole every time some entitled girl decide to blow whistle. Come here, I need something from you. And yeah, I guess they were all my thoughts, you know, reasonable, rational thoughts about Baghead that I want to talk with you about in this video. Write down in the comments, have you watched the Baghead, and did you like the movie? Did you like the Baghead character? What are your thoughts about Iris? What do you think about her? Because I was like, Nah, she's so not my cup of tea. Sometimes I'm sympathetic to the main characters, even if they're kind of annoying, but not here at all. And you know, if you like the video and you would like to support me, you can put a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, bye. 'Cause it would mean a lot to me.